perhaps contrary to some popular belief, the actions the UK are undertaking are not only bold, but leading the world in combating tax avoidance. So let's see how I do on that. So why has this been the case? Well, I very much agree with Paul. First, public opinion. The public have made plain their views on tax avoidance. They see it as unfair and it undermines their faith in the tax system. We hear that loud and clear. Indeed, we look to be well ahead of that debate. Second, fiscal consolidation. Bringing down the deficit requires very tough decisions. The public rightly expect the government to ensure everybody pays their fair share of tax. And that means combating tax evasion and avoidance. It is not surprising that every political party had revenue raised from tax evasion and avoidance as a central part of their deficit reduction plans in the last election. As Paul said, this government is looking to deliver an additional £5 billion of revenue that way. And third, this government's philosophy. The Chancellor and Financial Secretary have been clear they want to offer competitive corporate tax rates. They have cut corporate tax rates in the last Parliament. And that's to ensure that companies locate jobs in the UK, invest and expand. But they are very clear that companies must pay what they owe, and I'll define that as we go through. It's sometimes argued that the objectives of competitiveness and dealing with avoidance and evasion are contradictory. The government simply does not accept that. Their stated aim is to stamp down on tax avoidance and evasion to ensure companies operating here pay their fair share of tax. So what action have we taken? Well, I'm not going to fill this speech with statistics because the numbers get very, very big, and I don't think it really does move the debate one way or the other. But the stats show that over the last 5 years, HMRC will have secured £100 billion in additional compliance revenue. This includes more than £31 billion from big business and £1.2 billion in extra compliance yield from high net worth